In some other breaking news, we're getting to hear that MS Dhoni has decided to step down as CSK's captain, and we are hearing that the team have already announced their new captain in Rituraj Gaikwad. So that's the big story coming in right now, that MS Dhoni has decided to step away as the captain of the CSK team. Rituraj Gaikwad will be the new team for Chennai Super Kings. Okay, big news coming in right now. So there was a lot of speculation as to who would lead Chennai Super Kings if MS Dhoni steps down. There was a lot of talk, and right now all of that speculation has been put to rest with the announcement of the new team captain. It will be Rituraj Gaikwad. He has been named as the new captain of the team. There's also a big question as to what will be MS Dhoni's new role, or will he be still associated with Chennai Super Kings? But right now what we do have, the information that we do have is that Rituraj Gaikwad is going to be the new team for Chennai Super Kings. Clearly Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who is a man of surprises, now ending his stint as a captain with CSK. Shivani joins us for the very latest on this. Shivani, as I said, that MS Dhoni is usually a man of surprises, but tell us a little bit more about this latest bit of news coming in. Him not being the captain and Rituraj Gaikwad being named as the captain of the team.
Yes, so this seems like another in line of decisions being taken by MS Dhoni as, the supreme player of the Chennai Super Kings, the player that the team is associated with, and the management of the Chennai Super Kings to try and find a successor to MS Dhoni. Now, we all know that MS Dhoni cannot continue forever as the Thala of CSK, and they have tried in the past, for example, to pass over the baton from Dhoni to Ravindra Jadeja, who has also been the core of the CSK over the last many years, and that didn't pan out very well for them. Jadeja was visibly pressurized and under stress because of the captaincy added pressure. And he stepped down again midway, and then, Dhoni had to take charge again. So I think ahead of the next season, the IPL starts actually in a couple of days. Ahead of the next season, this is another decision by the Chennai Super Kings along with MS Dhoni to try and find a successor for him, which is going to be perhaps the biggest headache. And I think ideally they would like to play a season or two, if possible, with MS Dhoni as a player, and of course as the most important player, and possibly a captain who possibly a player who the captain refers to a lot on the pitch, but with somebody who can take over the reins as well.
Will he still be associated to the team? Do you foresee that happening? Because he has led Chennai Super Kings to very, very famous Indian Premier League wins. If I'm not mistaken, about 5 wins. Will he play the role of a mentor?
I think in all probability, if he was to step away as a player too from the Chennai Super Kings, which obviously hasn't happened just yet, he will be associated with the team in some way or the other. I think Chennai is his second home, and he is the adopted son of the city, and his association with Chennai will not end even if he decides to retire from the IPL.
And he is undoubtedly an impact player. How much of an impact his absence will make to the team, Shivani? And tell us also a little bit more about the new captain who has been named for the team, Rituraj Gaikwad.
Yes, so Rituraj Gaikwad is, of course, the exciting young talent batsman that India has seen emerge from the IPL and even break through into the Indian senior teams. So this is going to be a very important, a learning curve for Rituraj Gaikwad. It will be interesting to hear from the CSK management and Dhoni himself as to why they tapped on to Rituraj Gaikwad more than any of the other, let's say, more experienced players available. They would have wanted an Indian. I think that's quite obvious. They would have also wanted someone who can actually be the backbone of the team for many, many years to come.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a great test of Rituraj Gaikwad and his skills as a leader. But you also talked about Dhoni's impact. I think his impact cannot be really quantified just yet. We'll have to wait and see when the Chennai Super Kings play without him to really understand what kind of a void he leaves behind.
Interesting. Shivani, stay on with me. K. Srinivas Rao from cricketnext.com joins us for more on this. Srinivas, this is the big news coming in. Ruturaj Gaikwad replacing MS Dhoni as CSK in IPL 2024. Your initial reactions and how much really will an impact will Dhoni's absence be on the team now?
See, first of all, Ruturaj was always, had been identified as potential captain by CSK quite some time ago. I was surprised actually when CSK went ahead and, kind of named Ravindra Jadeja as skipper, for one of the seasons. It really came as a surprise for me because from what I understand, the franchise was grooming Ruturaj and that was going to be the big picture at some point. So that scene has now emerged, and Rutu, rightfully, he takes over. CSK see him as a homegrown boy. They brought him out of from domestic cricket. They backed him to the core, gave him that confidence that he could be the opener that today's T20 mindset is looking at. And he lived up to their confidence. He lived up to their backing.
But didn't Dhoni confirm that he would return for IPL 2024? There was a lot of doubts around his retirement. So does this come as a surprise to you?
Well, once again, giving up on captaincy while he's in the team, yes, it does come as a surprise for me. But more and more I think about this, what I get, the feeling I get is that MS Dhoni will never really retire from Chennai Super Kings.
True.
He'll always be around. He may not be on the field. He'll be sitting in the dugout. He'll be the mentor. He'll be the player mentor.
Right.
You'll keep seeing him bringing drinks on the field. You will, because from CSK standpoint, brand Dhoni is as important as anything else. Or rather more important than anything else. So that's never going to fade off.
All right. Srinivas and Shivani, thank you both for joining us. So now we have Ruturaj Gaikwad, who is the new captain of the Chennai Super Kings ahead of the IPL.